Good golly gee, sorry for making the show all Canadiens related today, but wow, Habs fans are going to be pissed off at this. Man, for the first time, maybe in a long time, whatever it is the Canadiens fan base is getting upset about, I think it's actually 100% reasonable. Yeah, I know, right? Shocking. Sometimes I say that Canadiens fans overreact, and I think a lot of Habs fans in the comments section of these videos say the same thing. Yeah, we know we can be a crazy bunch, but maybe this time it's actually okay. So, we're talking all this talk about the Olympics coming up in 2026 in Italy. And we had some news earlier this morning that 92 players for Canadiens' men's teams, women's teams, and para-hockey programs have earned invites to national teams orientation camp in Calgary. And this is a big deal. It's not a surprising deal. We knew that this was going to come, but Hockey Canada has announced the rosters for the para-hockey, men's and women's team. This is awesome. Let's go out there and see. Do we have the list? Where's the gosh darn list? You just made the list. Here it is, men's roster. So, a whole bunch of guys ended up making Team Canada for the men's ice hockey team. Goaltenders, you've got Sammy Montembeault. Okay, great. He is now a part of Team Canada. Jordan Binnington, Aiden Hill are also here as well. Binnington, of course, ended up winning the Four Nations face-off for Team Canada. No Logan Thompson, though, which is really interesting. On D, you've got Evan Bouchard, Noah Dobson, Drew Doughty, Aaron Ekblad, Thomas Harley, Cale Makar, Brandon Montour, Josh Morrissey, Colton Parayko, Travis Sanheim, Shea Theodore, Devon Taves, and Mackenzie Weegar. That's a lot of names, but you gotta remember, not everybody who is listed here is going to make the team. There will still be some cuts. This is too big of a team to go out there and bring over to one Olympic Games, so there will need to be some decisions made. And then for forwards, you've got Connor Bedard, Sam Bennett, QB, Macklin Celebrini, Anthony Chiarelli, Sidney Crosby, Brandon Hagel, Captain Bo, excuse me, he's not a captain anymore, Zach Hyman, Seth Jarvis, Wyatt Johnston, Travis Konechny, Mac Daddy, Brad Marchand, Mitch Marner, Connor McDavid, The Nuge, Braden Point, Sammy Reinhart, Mark Scheifele, Mark Stone, Nick Suzuki, John Tavares, Robert Thomas, Carter Verhaeghe, and Tom Wilson. So, 3 Montreal Canadiens ended up making the preliminary orientation camp roster for Team Canada. You have Sammy Montembeault, you've got Noah Dobson, and you have Nick Suzuki. Look at how great that is, man. Noah Dobson made the Team Canada orientation list, and he hasn't even played a game for the Montreal Canadiens. He's just that good. Okay, I jest. But still, this is a pretty good roster. I think it's fine. It's Team Canada, right? But the controversy is going to come with our updates with our friends south of the border. Because you had Tony Marinaro go out there and post this video on Twitter earlier this afternoon that's getting a lot of attention and that's getting a lot of folks upset. Breaking news. The Sick Podcast is hearing that Canadiens defenseman Lane Hutson will not be on the list for USA's orientation camp, which will take place later this month for the 2026 Olympics. Hashtag USA Hockey, hashtag Lane Hutson. And the video is just a short clip. It's 25 seconds long. It's Tony Marinaro going out there and saying that, yeah, Hutson is not going to be a part of the USA squad orientation list. And that, assuming it's true, which, I mean, this is such a black and white scoop that I think it's like, yeah, okay, it's probably going to come true. Assuming Tony Marinaro's sources are correct, right? I mean, this guy's not just going to go out there and lie about whatever it is that he's hearing about. If Lane Hutson ends up actually making the orientation list, then okay, we can clown a Marinaro for that, but this is not seeming to be one of those things. If Lane Hutson straight up does not make the USA camp, then I don't know what else you have to go off of in that respect, right? I mean, okay, let's think about it like this. Let's go over to puckpedia.com and we will try to find, okay, how many defensemen did Canada have? Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Can we find 13 American defenders who are quote-unquote better than Lane Hutson? I don't think it's impossible to find at least like 6 or 7, but 13? Can we really do that? All right, let's go over here and look at the player dashboard. We'll go to 25-26. We will do find players here, and then we will look at our filters. Here we go, filters. Let's go over to teams. No, any team. Player details. All right. We will get rid of centers, left wings, and right wings. We will go over to, can we go to country? Can we see that? Okay, no, I do not think we can see that. Yeah, it's not even listed here on Puckpedia as an option. So let's just go over onto Elite Prospects, because I think the EP Premium filters will help us out with that. Let's go over to the NHL for 24-25, and then we will look at defensemen, all nationalities. Here we go. That's what we need. Nationalities. USA. Here we go. So let's count out 13 defensemen that I think can reasonably be placed over Lane Hutson in Team USA's eyes. So, number 1, Zach Werenski. Yep, that's a fine name. You could definitely have him there over Hutson. Number 2, Quinn Hughes. He's there too. Hudson's actually 3rd overall in points for American D-men this most recent season, so it's kind of weird to see him not be on there. But I guess if they think that he's too young, he's too inexperienced, then they might just go with Adam Fox over Lane Hutson. I think that's reasonable. Fox does have a Norris to his name. There's pedigree there. And then you start to get into different territory. Okay, John Carlson, he's also a Norris winner. So that's 4 defensemen right here that we can comfortably say are reasonably above Lane Hutson. But then you also have to think about the guys that don't necessarily produce points, guys that are going to more so be a physical force. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Noah Hannafin was on the list. I wouldn't be surprised if Seth Jones was on the list. Maybe it's unreasonable to say that they should be on the list over Lane Hutson, but for the sake of argument, let's make them number 5 and number 6. So Hannafin, Jones, Carlson, Fox, Hughes, Werenski. Do you want to go out there and say the other Hughes? I don't know. Do you want to go out there and say Ryan McDonough at this point in his career? I don't know. Charlie McAvoy's over here. I think he's a very good player. Yeah, no, I think McAvoy probably should be the number 7. Yeah, he's probably going to be on Team USA. But then you scroll down and it's like, I don't know how many of these guys really do deserve to be on this list. Let's sort by points per game. Cam Fowler had a really good season this year. But could you realistically say he should be on Team USA over Lane? Same thing about Luke Hughes. Same thing you could say about Jake Sanderson. Lane is so small compared to a lot of these other dudes. So I think at the end of the day, whether it be an ageist kind of thing, oh, he's too young, he's too inexperienced, whether it be him not actually having that size to compete at the Olympics, at the end of the day, Team USA, assuming this report from Tony Marinaro is true, Team USA will be leaving off some serious offensive firepower from their team if they choose to leave Lane Hutson off of it. I guess the biggest argument that exists for Hutson not being on the team is that, okay, maybe they just want to go with Quinn Hughes and Adam Fox as their 2 power play guys. Everybody else can be a bigger dude who's a little bit more physical, who can produce offensively, like the Joneses, like the Carlsons. Maybe a Hannafin gets tossed in there, and a McAvoy. But maybe if Team USA wants to go with just Quinn Hughes and Adam Fox on the power play, it makes sense to kind of devalue Lane Hutson internally with that thought process. But still, if you're building a team with the best players available, Lane Hutson's got to be on it, man. I don't know what you got to say. Like, I don't know what else there is to say. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Firstly, about Nick Suzuki Sammy Montembeault and Noah Dobson making Team Canada's orientation camp for Italy. And what are your thoughts on the reports that Lane Hutson will not be there? Does this tick you off? Do you think this is an okay thing? Let me know in the comment section all your opinions. I hope you enjoyed this video. 99 and bye.